Hello everybody and welcome back, Swan here, and today we're going to be playing um, Path of Destiny. Very interesting game for the PS4. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's ooh, I see. It's sorry. It's action adventure game. Pretty cool. Pretty interesting. Well, where your choices throughout the main mission. Ooh, but I got this sword though. But your choice throughout the main mission will tailor the end of the game and how it will evolve. And I think that's a very interesting idea and brilliantly executed so far. The gameplay is pretty neat, well polished, quite nice to play. Not like, well, I don't know. I played also Oceanhorn, and Oceanhorn has a great universe and a great soundtrack. Great artistic direction, but the gameplay is just not perfectly calibrated, and I think that that this one is actually very neat and very refined in the gameplay. So you should definitely give it a look. And I got a gem, which is awesome, because I didn't have any, and gems are actually pretty useful. These are well, basically these are just like items that you can put on your weapon to upgrade them. And I'm not sure if they are shared by all the swords that you can use, or if maybe
that wasn't so hard.
So there we were. But you can give specific effects to different sword that you use. We get level ups, so what we're gonna do? Attack reflexes. Slow down time after a successful attack until your next action. Tactical mode of combat, like a true master. I'm sure it's gonna be useful at some point. Get health, get speed, and after speed I get stamina. Let's see, should I go for speed just a little bit? Why not? Yeah, that's right. It's better, isn't it? Ooh, there it is.
There it was. Skyripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Well, I guess the game wants us to push that way. Or maybe something bad is gonna happen to Zenobia if I don't get there. But we committed to the skyripper.
It was a no-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself, only a series of coils and wheels. War demanded sacrifices, and he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, He would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
Alright. Alright. So I'm sure that's... Is it just gonna work after that, having the two of them? Or maybe I'm just gonna have to do something more, something that would require a greater sacrifice.
He looked up at the old trees around him. They were so big and so old. They'd been there before he was born, and they'd be there after he'd passed into legend. Was he confronting his own unimportance? What had got into him? He was no philosopher. Anyway, who cares? He was plenty important. He was a hero, and soon he'd prove it.
Also, one of the great things about this one game is basically the world diversity. It might not seem like it, because the first level that we got was just a small island that was pretty much looking like this one. But during my first playthrough, I didn't encounter such landscapes. It was more meadowy, less trees. Ooh, I can jump down the well. I don't know, is there something in this well? Is there some reason why they want me to jump in there? But yeah, the environment is very much varied and quite nice to look at. So that's really one of the strengths on this title.
He was sort of yanking his own chain, wasn't he?
Alright. Ooh, and we got a water essence. Which will be pretty it will definitely be needed if we want to make the ice brand to open new doors. Alright. Let's see what's there. So that's where the core is, relatively. Like an old temple. Yeah. Ooh. Getting a bit, a bit grim here.
There
You see?
Something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been
That's
fermented
exactly
for a
what
very long time.
what I was meaning by this environment variety. And there you get the flowers, and it just keeps changing everywhere. And I think that's very interesting. What's this? Alright. Some ore. That's good. Never have too much ore. Alright. Just turning into like some sort of evil mine. I think that's great. And the crows, by the way, all the all the enemies are actually well, the crows there, for instance, are enemy soldiers. Every character are anthropomorphic animals. I'm pretty sure you've noticed it by now. And so yeah, we are a fox, and our friend was a bunny, even though he was revealed to be an evil dude. And our love interest is a cat.
Feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest, the mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
Yeah, something is definitely evil about this weapon, the skyripper. Doesn't seem so. What's Iblis? Iblis kind of seems to be an evil dude. And some sort of demon, I'm sure, that is bound to this weapon. I don't know. I'm sure we'll discover this soon enough. I have to check a workbench too, in order to see if I can put my shield breaking sword on it. My shield breaking spell. Is it a spell? No, it's a gem. There we go.
The 20-sided core made him feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark art and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus. Maybe Lapino wasn't such a good friend. Yeah, that made him feel better. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now, he had to make his next move.
Alright, so what should we do with that weapon?
If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it.
Trying out on an outpost, or taking up to the scientists to know how it works. Well, as much as roasting these guys up would be very funny, I think it would be a little... well, two things is that if it fires back at me, it might be quite problematic to be surrounded by enemies at the time. And two, if they find me using the weapon, and if there are survivors, they will the Empire will know that I get the weapon. As with the scientists, well, it just seems like a safer bet, so I'll just go for it.
Well, of course. If you've just assembled a weapon out of legend that can exile gods from the world, you'd want to have a scientist or two look at it. And even if they disagreed and he had time, he could ask Calaveras himself. Yes, the observatory would be his objective.
Alright. Let's see what they get to tell about that weapon. I'm sure it's gonna summon a huge demon of some sort, maybe. That sick feeling that I felt, it's not
Why had the parts of the
really
skyripper only surfaced now? Thousands of years after the transcendent emperor had dismantled it. The mad Emperor Isengrim had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Was that why these ancient artifacts were rising out of the ground? How perfect, then, that the skyripper would reappear to be his destruction.
Let's see, I'm sure the guy at the observatory will want to take it from me, maybe.
Future self had commissioned these poles.
I don't know. It feels like I am like kind of not drunk with power, but you know what, like the paranoia villain. Well, the nice guy in the fantasy movies who get the ring or something like this and just start to get paranoid, like, you want to take it from me? You won't have it. It's mine. My precious skyripper.
I hoped his mother wasn't watching.
Alright. Was this a dead end? No, probably not. I would love to find a workbench somewhere. I don't think there's any around. Did I miss one? I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure that I can use my that I can now create the frost brand, if that's what it's called, the ice sword. Ooh, hello, sir. Boom. Yes, I'm a beast. And I just broke my combo while saying this. Which proved my point that it wasn't so great after all. Alright.
A legendary weapon was exactly what the rebellion.
Alright guys. Well, I think that's it for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed the show. Next time we'll just keep exploring this observatory and try to get some more information about the skyripper. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't hesitate to like, comment or subscribe. You can also find me on Facebook or Twitter at Swan, and I'll see you all in the next video. In the meantime, please take care. Love you all. Bye bye.